Okay, so I'm here with your boy Siddiq
That's me.
and Alex Brun.
Hello?
Hello, and we're gonna talk to you about some things that happened this week because there's been a lot. So why don't you start us off, Siddiq?
Alright, so first thing, we've got a mother of all bombs dropped in Afghanistan. The bomb cost 300 million to make, and it killed 30 ISIS members. So that's 36. So that's about an efficiency of what, like $8 million, $8 million per ISIS member.
Yeah, around there.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Osama bin Laden's his bounty was like $1 million or something.
but it's like Trump is basically fucking trying to use scare tactics on ISIS, right?
And that
And it's
doesn't
not
work
gonna
because
work.
they're one of the people too stupid to be scared.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
because well, it worked in Japan with the nukes, right? Because Japan had an actual like civilian population, right? With ISIS, it's you're either with them or you're an infidel, right?
Yeah.
So their whole goal is to die for the fucking jihad. So they're not gonna be a bit bothered about dying and stuff, you know. But I don't know. It's
I
like
think the American public just really likes big explosions.
yeah, basically.
Well,
I mean the fucking tomahawks.
It's basically what the US does. They use these big bombs just to flex their muscles and show their power. They've done it so many times before, and I think really it's a lot better to the American people in terms of what they'd be expecting than putting actual boots on the ground, even though they are probably going to do that in the near future, are they? I don't know all too much about it, but I think
Yeah,
really
so far they're just satisfying themselves with training boots on the ground that they claim are pro-US, but of course they're gonna turn anti-US in a couple years probably.
Yeah. I mean, you saw that fucking newspaper article with Osama bin Laden on the cover. It was like the hero of what was it? Yeah, Afghanistan.
Yeah.
So fucking
Noble Afghan freedom fighters.
Yeah, it was so fucking weird. But yeah, the boy is. I feel like he just got into office, right? And they fucking showed him all the cool stuff he can do now.
I think
So
he's
just like trying it out.
very easily swayed.
Yeah,
It's like-
he's impulsive as fuck.
Yeah.
Wasn't it like his daughter or something that
Yeah,
said
his
he should
daughter and her
post it?
husband.
Oh yeah. It was
They
a
just
bonker, right?
showed him some pictures of dead kids and like, yo, you need to bomb Syria and stop this. And he's like, yes, I should. And bam, there you go. There.
Jesus Christ. It's just the stupidest thing, honestly. I don't know. He seems way too impulsive to be the president, right?
Oh yeah.
Is it just me, or is it...
Well, I mean, when he first came into office, I thought it was going to be more okay than it is now because he did have a team behind it, but that's starting to kind of... I don't want to say
how many
come
people
apart,
have been fired from that team?
Yeah,
How many people have been replaced?
Steve Bannon, right? He did. He got laid off recently, didn't he? Or am I mistaken?
Well, to be fair, he should have never been there to begin with.
But that's not really going for Trump in the first place, then. Either way.
But he was the no war option of the two. Like, definitely.
I love how people are
knew.
like, haha, don't vote for Hillary because, she's going to keep us in unnecessary conflicts. And bam, what was it? He said, I'm going to destroy ISIS in 50 days. How much has it been? 70?
Oh, I think it's been more than 70.
Yeah, pretty big. Yeah, it's been a while.
10 weeks. 11 weeks.
It's 2017 and people still believe election campaign promises.
It's like, it seems to be in their culture that they just invade.
No, the thing is because war, like, it doesn't affect the average citizen because they're not the ones that actually go to war.
Yeah.
It's like America itself isn't affected by any of the wars it starts. Yeah, so to them, war is just, something far away. It's like they're only pro-war because it doesn't hurt them.
Yeah, I mean, what the fuck does Canada say to all this? That's what I want to know.
Canada doesn't, like, do much, really, except they're just really pro-US. Like, whatever the US does, we do.
I mean, they
And
kind of
it's
have to be at the same time, though, because Canada relies on the U.S. so strongly for
basically.
trade, because it's a resource-based economy, right? Basically,
Hmm.
the entire economy relies on the U.S. dollar and
Well,
how
I
the
left.
U.S.
I left like what fucking like the Arabian Gulf to like what we want a real economy. I wanna right, and bam, no, we just ended up with another resource economy.
Yeah, I thought the boy you guys elected was like kind of hippie and cool.
Wait,
Like
who,
he was a peace kind of guy. Fucking
Trudeau?
Trudeau.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
Oh no, he's
Well,
only cool in Canada. It's like you're cool to your people, but then behind the scenes you sell $4 billion in weapons to some dictatorship halfway around the world.
well, I mean, the thing about Trudeau that everyone really likes, he's just so charismatic. He really has
He
that
is.
going for
He
him.
is.
And then he kind of pulls these
Yeah.
these deals. Well, I don't want to really say that he's going like behind the backs of Canadians. I'm not
Yes.
too sure, but you could
Yeah,
say that.
it's not behind
Oh,
the backs, but it's like
yeah.
not in like
It's not in the
not in the-
spotlight.
yeah.
No,
What you
it's
see
not
in the
Siddiq.
spotlight is like the charisma, the smile,
And the weed
family man.
legalization.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Alex smoke weed with me in Toronto.
Well, thank you for the invitation.
Yeah. But I mean, Trump's been like stirring a lot of shit. He went to fucking North Korea as well, which is a bit
Yeah.
mental. But
Oh,
they were
World War
like
Three,
they
World War Three coming soon.
But
with
what was
Peter
that
Leary.
about?
Basically-
China saying
basically-
that they stopped buying
Alright.
North Korea's coal, was it?
yeah
Like no,
they
Alex, like
stopped
for
buying
years now.
all of their coal
for
in-
for years now, like China's been getting sick of North Korea's shit because
Yeah.
they're like you can't just go around threatening people and launching missiles into the sea, but North Korea's like ignoring their warnings. So like ever since like the early 2010s, China's been slowly like decreasing their support for North Korea, and let's be honest, China's the only thing keeping North Korea afloat.
Yeah,
But the thing
I
that
mean 40%. Yeah,
Sorry.
40% of the North Korean GDP is
Exports
coal.
to China, yeah, coal.
Yeah, coal exports to China, and they fucking stopped that in February, which is the thing you're talking about.
But the thing that I'm really worried about with North Korea, and I might be totally wrong when it comes to this, is that
They might
I just
have
feel
nukes.
like Kim Jong Un, if he's seeing that the situation people are gonna start cutting support from him, I'm just gonna think he stops giving a shit. Like
Oh,
Yeah,
I'm
'cause
pretty
it's
sure
not
he never
him
he's
that's
did.
just
gonna
not
start,
gonna.
right?
It's not like he gives a shit about his own
Yeah.
people, really. Like,
Yeah, exactly. It's
he'll
not him
kill-
that's gonna starve, is it?
Exactly,
It's
he
not.
works
There's
them to
gonna be
death. He
enough.
starves them to
Yeah.
death.
There's gonna be enough food for 100 people, right? There's always gonna be enough food for 100 people. So what the fuck does he care? He only needs him and his like inner circle happy,
No, but the
right?
thing that I'm worried about is like he's claiming these acts of war that he's going to start if the U.S. He says the U.S. already basically declared war with that. What do? They
Oh,
do they cut
It's like-
off something to them? I'm not sure
you know,
exactly. But
what's really ironic is that the U.S. is one of the top aid providers for North Korea.
hmm Guys, do you remember the fucking propaganda video they made, and they used a clip from Modern Warfare 3?
GG.
And Activision sued the government, the North Korean government.
Really?
And they won. Yeah, it was so weird. But like, what would happen if the border of North Korea and South Korea just disappeared?
You'd see
It'd be like in Germany, right?
Well,
They'd just flood
flood.
South Korea.
I just feel like South Korea just wouldn't want that burden to their economy. How many North Korea? Has
You see, the
20
thing is,
20
no,
million
it's like
people?
Alex. The thing is, like historically, like the kingdom of, no, it wasn't called Joseon, like the kingdom of Korea, basically before it was like conquered by Japan and then like divided by the U.S. and Russia. It was basically like the north was where all the resources was. Like you got the coal, the gold, the silver. That's why
Yeah.
it's all mountains and shit in the north. And the south is where all the agriculture was. So when they were divided, like North and South Korea, both countries were basically fucked because like the north was starving without any agriculture, while the south had little to no industry until the 80s, where they built their own industry.
So it's a bit like Canada then,
Yeah, kinda.
pretty much. But I mean, who would actually want to live in North Korea after that? Like, it'd probably be people from like China,
I don't know,
Vietnam, and
communist
Laos.
like
Yeah.
communist teenagers in the West.
Nah, but like after the borders collapsed, like no one would want to live in North Korea except for like, I mean, it'd be like in East Germany, right? All the Eastern
Pretty
European immigrants moved in. So all the Chinese
I'm
and
thinking. I'm
Vietnamese
thinking
would move.
probably right. You're gonna get a united Korea, just like you have a united Germany, but like most of the population lives in the south, and like the east is like kind of old and abandoned-ish, and you see the
Mhm.
disparity in the standards of living.
I just feel like that is the solution that the rest of the world wants, but I really don't think South Korea wants it.
Probably
Yeah.
not.
I really don't think they'd want it.
Well, no,
Definitely
they
not.
both want to rule the whole peninsula, right? That's the whole thing. Because they don't even recognize each other in the UN.
Well, like the majority of Koreans still want to unite, but the pattern is like every new generation wants to unite less and less. Right now, I think it's like 70%. Like in the polls, right? It's like what 70-75%. They're like united Korea, and like the plan
Yeah.
is ever since like they were divided to begin with. The plan was like this is only gonna be temporary, right? You're gonna get a unite.
Yeah.
They built a monument of like the just a united Korea, and the monument is still up, and it's like just anytime.
Where is it?
anytime. I don't know actually. Let me Google it. Like
No, don't
monument.
Google it because it'll pause the audio.
No, it's not paused. Oh.
Alright, good. Everyone's audio is working, yeah?
Mhm.
Yep, I'm still
Oh,
recording.
okay, that's good. Yeah, because the last time, like, honestly, Siddiq messaged me and I was like, no, fuck, you fucked up, boy. Right, where's the monument?
It's called the Arc of Reunification. Built.
Alright.
It's in Pyongyang, and let me see that.
Alright, okay.
Yeah,
So it's in North Korea.
yeah.
Alright,
I
well,
think there was one in South Korea at one point.
alright, but they just took it down.
Yeah. Let me see.
Yeah, I mean, it's just such a fucked up situation, right? And I don't know, because you can't really, like the culture has derived so much. Like they've like deviated, sorry, like from each other so much.
It could
that
be
they've
worse. It could
completely-
be India and Pakistan.
Yeah, true.
I mean, those
But,
two
they were
those two
always
have actually
different.
went to war 3 times.
Really,
Hmm.
Jesus. Yeah, so they're gonna test another bomb on the birthday of the boy, and Trump is like, no, we don't want that, and China doesn't want it either. So what China did, right? And this is they're denying this on their official website,
Yeah.
but they apparently sent 150,000 troops to the North Korean border, right?
Oh,
So
China denies everything.
even China is fucking threatening invasion if they pull this shit off. And China's like their main, like they're alone now. Like no one's gonna help them.
Yeah. On the bright side, this won't start World War III. The only country that's gonna get fucked is North Korea, if anything happens.
Yeah.
Alright,
I mean,
or
I don't
What
know.
all I'm worried about is that like what is North Korea's nuclear capacity? Because I know they like kind of fudge the numbers a lot, but I'm just wondering like what if they decide they know that they're going to lose? What if they just go
Yeah.
all out? What if they just like go all out?
They fucking might. Yeah,
That's
that
what
is a
I'm
good
really
point,
worried about,
actually.
and that's why I don't know how realistic that's going to be, but I don't really see how he wouldn't do that as a last resort. He doesn't care. He would not care.
Yeah.
I really feel like he wouldn't care. And if they were able to hit the continental U.S., like around Seattle, or if he
Nah,
was going to
they
go...
I'm pretty sure it's gonna be the situation, right? It's like the only missiles they have that can actually reach that distance are pretty much useless. Like, oh, you might get like, oh, they knocked down a single building, but like that's
Yeah,
it,
it'll be like V2 rockets or something.
pretty much.
Well, I hope
But
that's
the
the
ones-
case.
The ones they tested can fucking
Oh, and
reach
plus
Warsaw.
the U.S. has got one of the best anti-air, like,
Yeah.
in the
I mean, the
world.
ships they sent around Korea have anti-missile capacities, right? Like capabilities, sorry. So they've got wee missiles that shoot them down. Enough of this North Korea bullshit. Let's talk about the spiciest topic of the week, which is the United Airlines.
The
thing.
memeiest topic of
Yeah.
the week.
That guy is gonna be so fucking rich now.
Oh,
Yeah, well, he turned
will be.
800. It's a single trick to turn 800 into 8 million. How?
Yeah.
Click here. Click here.
Yeah.
Airlines hate him.
only need a concussion and like a broken nose, but
Yeah. Do you know
Did he
why
like
it fucking
actually
happened?
get punched and like was he just
He
dragged
got
out?
Yeah,
no.
they
He
body
got
slammed
actually
him.
body slammed into his seat, and then I forget who it was exactly. I'm pretty sure it was the security department said that he fell into his chair.
Jeez.
Yeah.
It's just
Well, right.
the whole
So
thing is like
the reason
yeah.
the reason why it happened is because the fucking airlines, they overbook their flights because
Yeah.
they calculate the percentage of people that aren't gonna make their flight. Right? They've got an algorithm for that. So they overbooked the flights, and turns out that this flight was kind of full, and they had a few staff members that were going to another city. Like these are like United workers.
Yeah.
So they had to take them to the other city because it's like their job. They have to be there. And this guy wouldn't like give up his seat because why the fuck should he, right?
And they just chose a
They just
random guy.
Yeah, I no, I think it was by seat number because a lot of people were speculating that it was racial motivated, but I don't think that's the case at all because it was selected by seat number randomly.
No. What they do is they have an algorithm for calculating who to take off the plane as well.
Oh,
So
really?
it's people who fly the least with like their airline.
Oh, I
and
did
people
not
who,
know
like,
that.
People who aren't like repeat customers, right? People who aren't going to come back.
But basically, my main point was that like a lot of people were speculating that it was a racially
Mhm.
motivated thing.
No,
I'm just
no.
No, it's
I
like
kinda
it's
just think
it's
they
just
were.
the thing. Whenever something bad happens to someone that's not white, not only is it something bad that happened to someone, it's also racially motivated.
Yeah, no, I just
Yeah.
wanted to nip that little thinking course in the bud there.
Yeah.
But one of the things that really gets me about this was like, you know how they're trying to reimburse the rest of the they were saying that they were claiming that they were making the offer, but another condition that came with that they weren't really making public, but I heard an interview about someone that was offered this, was that they have to sign a contract saying that they would not sue United over this incident in order to take the reimbursement.
Wow.
Shit.
Yeah.
Well,
I'm
so
pretty
just
sure
sue
you
them
can
and
sue them.
get
You
more
can
money.
sue them and get an even
Yeah.
bigger reimbursement.
The class action lawsuit, right? So get all the people together and sue them. I mean, it's just so fucking stupid, right?
But the
Did
people
you
on the
see
bright
the smear
side,
campaign?
on the bright side, an Asian man got rich.
Yeah, but did you see the smear campaign they were trying to do too?
I know.
It's
It's
like,
Okay, that really made me angry because they were saying like I forget exactly who it was that was promoting
he
this
was just some doctor, and like, it was
No.
websites like Fox News, of course.
because he did have a pretty sketchy background, that I'll admit, but I just think that has absolutely
No,
No,
that
the thing
wasn't
is,
even
it's the
him.
name. It's the name mix up. His last name is Dao, like DAO, or like was it DOA? Right? Yeah.
Yeah, something.
And
even
it's
if
a
it
really,
was him,
it's a really
it's so
common name among
irrelevant.
Chinese Americans.
It's so
Dao.
irrelevant. Even if it was him, I
Yeah.
couldn't care
Yeah,
less.
just be-
It's so irrelevant. It's not like United. If I'm saying even if it was him, I don't know if it was him or not. I didn't really look into it too far. But even if it was him, it's just
That
so
doesn't give him
irrelevant to
any
the
less
matter at
rights as a
hand.
customer.
Exactly, and it's not like United would have known that, or the security would have known that at the time
Yeah.
being. Right, and that's the matter at hand. A customer that paid him money for their ticket actually resulted in injuries because of this. Not
Yeah,
only that, he was
it's-
humiliated.
No,
he was
Alex,
dragged
you should
off
read
a
the
flight.
fine print. It clearly says, like, in case of flight overbooking, I give United permission to beat the shit out of me and drag me out of the plane. It's like, it's in
Yeah.
the fine print. Read it.
Yeah, I mean all the memes that you see about it, right, and shit. I have this friend, right, and he came over. He was like, we should make a meme about it, right? So I pull up the template for the guy that's in a coma meme, and I'm just like trying to figure it out. And he's like, here, the guy was a doctor, right? We should talk about that. And I was like, yeah, we should. And then I just abandoned it after like 10 seconds. I was like, nah, I can't be bothered, right? Next day, he sends me a fucking message. It's like a meme that's like, your surgery's like juicing, and he's like, oh, I can't wait to see my favorite doctor make his flight or something like that. And I was like, fuck, like that could have
Someone
been me
beat
that
you to
made
it.
that.
Someone beat you to it.
Yeah, someone just made it, and I was like,
That's
ah,
meme of the
I
week. Meme
so
of the
nearly
week right
made
there.
that meme. Yeah, fuck, I might as well claim credit for it. Eh?
So really, one of the things that kind of I feel happy about that came from it. It's just like United, they just got that sweet
Oh,
justice
yeah.
handed
They're-
right away. Their market
gonna have to
cap,
change
their
their name.
market cap dropped by 770 million after it.
GG.
Yeah, because
yeah.
First,
I'm pretty sure-
first I hit the dab, then I hit my customers.
Well, I mean, what the other passengers should have been doing as the guy was getting beaten up is they should have like went online, invested all their money in like Blue Jet or whatever it's called, like their rival company, whatever. Right? They should have just invested all their money in
just
because their stocks are gonna
Southwest Delta Airlines, just invest all of it in there.
Just fucking all
Get
of
as
them.
rich as the guy.
Probably had a really good day. They had a really good day. Oh, fucking hell. It's just such a weird thing. Right, on that happy note, let's end the show.
Alright.
So say goodbye, boys.
Goodbye,
Goodbye,
ladies
boys.
and gentlemen. It's been a wonderful episode. See you again next meme, or
Yeah.
next article of news.
Yeah, okay. See you later.
See you guys.